Hello and welcome back to the QT Office video tutorials. This tutorial is going to be based on how to create a normal sales invoice for your customers. A sales invoice is going to be anytime you sell a product to a customer, even if it's at a discount. Keep in mind you can also do tax write-off invoices, but please see the tax write-off invoice video for that. So right now we're on our home screen, and the first thing we need to do to get to a invoice is go to the Invoice tab. We'll click on that here in the gray bar, and this will bring us to our invoice screen. Our invoice screen is a place where we can see all our paid, unpaid invoices, our personal invoices, which will be our tax write-off ones. We can also look by customer and by date. So we're going to hit the Create Invoice button, which is located here, or the Create Invoice button, which is located here as well, and also up here. Any of the buttons will bring you to the same location, so right now I'm going to click Create Invoice. This is the main Create Invoice page, and you can see that we have a picture uploaded here, which will be your picture, your address if you choose to show that on your invoice. If you do not want to show this on your invoice, you can go to the My Account and change your preference. Now, to make sure this is a normal sales invoice, we're going to keep the normal sale highlighted here. If you needed to change it to a tax write-off invoice, then you would do so here. The next thing we need to do in the invoice creation process is select our customer. You'll need to at least put the customer's first and last name, and if you haven't done that yet, then you can use the Add Customer button right here, but we've already imported some of our customers, so they all show up in this list in alphabetical order. So let's go ahead and select Ashley. The next item is going to be the calendar, or the date. So today's date will automatically be selected for us. If you'd like to do a different date, then you can just click on the box and you'll see the convenient calendar pop up. And note, if you go to even a previous year, you can enter in an old invoice and that'll show up on your tax records for the previous year. That's really handy, especially around December, January time when you might have to put in your invoices for a different date. I'd like to point out the Adjust Inventory box here as well. Normally this box will be checked. The only time that you'll need to uncheck this box is when you need to create an invoice that does not adjust your inventory. For example, let's say that you borrowed a product from someone ahead of time and you already gave that away, so that product never hits your shelf. But you do want to track this sale for your taxes, so you would just uncheck the Adjust Inventory box, and this way your product would not be deducted and bring you into the negatives. But for now, we'll go ahead and leave that checked. Instructions are here in blue, but they're very simple and easy to use. So here are our check boxes. If you only want to show products that you have on hand, this is very handy for weeding out all the thousands of products that you do not have on your shelf. You can show the current active products, and these will be current active products, meaning they're not discontinued products. If you'd like to show the current and discontinued products, then just check this box here, and by default your section 2, which is current and discontinued, is not shown unless you'd like to. This is really only used when you do a tax write invoice. So there's multiple ways to put items onto your invoice. You can use the plus sign here, which will bring a pop-up box and a tree similar to your inventory tab, but I'm going to use the search bar, and since I don't have a lot of products on my shelf for the demo, I'm going to check the only on hand products, or I'll uncheck the only on hand products. We'll type in a keyword here. You can also use product numbers as well and just start those off and hit a space, and then anything with that product combination will come up. Keep in mind when using the search bar that we look for exact matches to weed out the extra products. So let's look for Sage. Anything with Sage in current active products, because I have that checkbox up, will show. Here's the word Sage highlighted in bold. Keep in mind that we look for exact matches, so how that would work, let's take a look at our bar here. The Weekender eye pencil with a colon and Sage shows up because this is the keyword here. What happens if I put in Weekender? You'll see that this looks for any product with Weekender in it. If I put a space and I, you'll notice that this still shows up because this is an exact match. However, if I put Weekender and pencil, nothing will show up because this is not an exact match. Therefore, using smaller keywords is generally better. Let's go ahead and click Sage again. Now that this is selected here, I can just hit enter on my keyboard or use my mouse with the left click button. This will be added to my invoice. Here it lists the product code, the product, the subcategory, which will not show on your invoice, the price, the quantity, and you can do a dollar discount here, or you can do a dollar discount and a percentage discount lower, which we'll go over in just a second. You can also change the quantity on hand that you'd like to sell in your invoice. Click anywhere else on the screen and your total will be updated for you. Let's just keep this one product here and we'll go down and look at the rest. Here's your dollar sign discount here. You can do a dollar amount off the invoice, or you can do a percentage off the entire invoice if you like. Your sales tax will be in here already from your My Account, but you can always change it manually here if you like. If you'd like to charge shipping, you can do that here, and this will be your invoice total. By default, the paid in full box is already checked, but if you uncheck that, you can take a partial payment or no payment at all. If this is unchecked, this invoice will go to a different category, which will be unpaid invoices, to give you a reminder to collect your money. For now, we'll keep that paid in full, and you can select your payment type if you like. Now this is a really cool tip here. This is a personal message box. You can always write anything you like, but one of our directors wrote in and gave us a great idea of how to turn this into a gift receipt for the future. So we'll type in a personal message here. Hi Ashley, thank you for your purchase. As a thank you, you can use this invoice as a 10% off coupon on your next purchase. This expires in 30 days. Note that I put expires in 30 days here, but you could actually put the real date on there and then put a reminder in your follow-up, which is one of the following steps on the invoice, to give you a reminder to follow up with this person and encourage them to use their gift certificate. This works really well if you do a discount on another product that you'd specifically like to sell. So it would be a deeper discount, but it's a much better chance of you securing a sale, and especially something that you have too many on your shelf. If you'd like to, you can save this message in your history, but if you do that, then please don't put in the first names here. Make them more generic and then just type them in to edit them. That way you don't ever say hi Ashley to Sally or any other person. After we reviewed this, we can go ahead and hit continue. And this will bring us to the view invoice. The product has not been updated from your shelf yet. You can see that in the message here, and as soon as you hit confirm, this will be taken from your shelf. You can see the message here, and that will actually show up on the invoice, and it shows the product without the subcategory, and the discounts here will not show unless you put them in on the final invoice, and this is so we don't encourage anyone to ask for a discount every time. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. And the next videos will show you how to follow up with your customers, which is another great way to make money. Thank you for watching this QT Office tutorial. QT Office, making your business beautiful.